Story 1. A day for saying girls take longer in the bathroom. I've been working on a team that's designing a new sports stadium for my city. We got told the stadium will be used for sports and concerts. I was stoked when I found out I got onto the team, as I had a lot of good ideas to make this stadium better than an average one. One of the ideas I pitched to the team was a bigger female bathroom compared to the male bathroom. This was because when I go to footy games and concerts, the line for the female bathroom is always so much longer compared to the male bathroom. I'm a guy. One of the other people on the team said I was being a sexist jerk for implying girls take longer to go to the toilet. I responded with something like, well, based on what I've seen, they do. I'm not trying to be sexist, I'm just trying to reduce bathroom lines. They stopped talking to me after that. The meeting ends and I've already forgotten about the situation. Until the next morning when I get a message from the team leader telling me I've been removed from the team for being sexist. The team leader wasn't in the meeting, so I tried to explain what actually happened, but they wouldn't listen. I wasn't trying to be sexist, just trying to reduce waiting times. So, A for saying girls take more time in the bathroom. Story 2. A for charging my friend rent after she said she needed a place to crash and has now stayed for 3 months. My friend Jess, 24F, asked if she could stay with me, 21F, for a week or two while she figured out a housing situation. I agreed. She'd just gone through a messy roommate breakup and I wanted to be supportive. It's now been 3 months. She still hasn't found a place, doesn't contribute to groceries, and leaves her stuff everywhere. She also uses my Netflix, eats my snacks, and has people over without asking. Last week, I told her I need her to either move out by the end of the month or start paying $600 per month for rent and utilities. She looked shocked and said she thought I was helping a friend, not running a business. I feel bad, but also like I'm being used. Some of our friends think I should be more patient. Story 3. AITA for not giving my grandson another grandchild's birthday present as a prize. I just finished my years-long project of restoring an old arcade machine in my garage, and last weekend my grandchildren Boris, aged 11, and Doris, aged 8, came over and wanted to play on the machine. We had fun together taking turns, and Boris eventually set a substantial high score, and then he told me he wanted to take a toy as a prize as he pointed towards the giant stuffed animal I had purchased for Morris, another grandson who has different parents than Boris and Doris' 6th birthday. I explained to him that he can't have the stuffed animal as it's for Morris's birthday, but he insisted that since he won he deserved a prize. I explained that this arcade machine doesn't give out prizes like in an actual arcade, but my words fell on deaf ears as Boris ran towards the stuffed animal. I asked Bessie, Boris's mother, my daughter, if she could tell Boris that he can't have the stuffed animal, but instead of doing anything, she suggested that I let Boris have this stuffed animal and get a different stuffed animal for Morris. I told Bessie this would not happen as the only available giant stuffed animals here are very expensive. I ended up having to ban Boris from the garage until he learnt to respect other people's belongings, but this made him very upset, and now Bessie is also cross with me for treating Boris unfairly. I thought this matter would resolve itself quickly, but Bessie is still cross with me and seems to still have some expectation I procure a stuffed animal for Boris. Story 4. A for locking the bedroom door when my husband works. I work first shift and my husband works second shift. Because of that, I often spend nights alone. He gets home around 2 a.m. I lock the bedroom door when I am home and he is working. I would hear noises and be not sure what it was, and I got tired of checking. It was usually my cats or an appliance. But I got tired of checking. So I lock the door so if I hear a noise, I know it's the cats or an appliance, and if not, I have a locked barrier between me and whatever it could be. And when I go to sleep, I unlock the bedroom door so he can get in. Last night he came hours early. He was cut from work because it was extra slow. I didn't hear him come in through the front door because I had the TV and air conditioner on. If I did hear him, I always go out to say hi and I unlock the door as I do. But I didn't hear him, so I couldn't. He tried to get in and found the door locked. It took me a few seconds to pause the TV and get my cat off of me and get up to unlock the door. He started questioning me about why the door was locked and what I was hiding. I told him I wasn't hiding anything. I just lock it when I'm in here and he's working just in case. He doesn't believe me and thinks I was hiding something because it was locked and I wasn't there instantly to let him in. So AIT for locking the bedroom door while my husband works. Story 5. AIT for my response to my ex-husband. My ex-husband, 34M, and I, 34F, divorced back in 2015, and it was finalized after my youngest was born around 2016-2017. To be clear, he is the father to both of my boys, 12M and 9M. He denied paternity to my youngest child even after a DNA test showed he was the father. He was emotionally, verbally, and financially abusive towards me throughout our marriage. After the divorce was finalized, his parental rights were terminated voluntarily due to chronic issues with homelessness and lack of treatment for his gambling alcohol addictions. And part of the court order that went with his termination of his rights was that we were not to contact each other. Post-divorce, he had 2 other children, both boys, with another woman. He reached out to me a few days ago and texted the following. Rumpelforeskin. Hey, how are the boys? If they ever want to see their brothers, just let me know. I have them on my days off. Side note. Yes, that is his contact name in my phone. My response to him was that if my boys wanted to see their brothers, I would go through their mother. I have a relatively friendly relationship with her and the boys have met twice. His response back to me was that I was rude and that my answer was uncalled for and that he had done nothing to deserve it. To be clear, our eldest is in therapy because of him and the trauma surrounding his dad's abuse of me. Since then I've blocked his number, which I thought I had after we were done with court, but some people are saying that I should have just ignored him. So, AITA in how I responded.